Thanks everyone for coming out. Ms. Freeman and Ms. Moss are going to give a brief statement, and they won't be taking any questions after. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shay Moss. I've spent 10 years as an election worker in Fulton County, Georgia. The lies Rudy Giuliani told about me and my mommy after the 2020 presidential election have changed our lives, and the past few years has been devastating. The flame that Giuliani lit with those lies and passed to so many others to keep that flame blazing changed every aspect of our lives. Our homes, our family, our work, our sense of safety, our mental health, and we're still working to rebuild. As we move forward and continue to seek justice, our greatest wish is that no election worker or voter or school board member or anyone else ever experiences anything like what we went through. You all matter, and you are all important. We hope no one ever has to fight so hard just to get your name back. We're very grateful to the jury for taking the time out of their busy lives to do their civic duty, to listen to everything that we've been going through. I know I won't be able to retire from my job with the county like my grandmother did, but I hope by us taking these steps, these very big steps towards justice, that I can make her just as proud. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Lady Ruby. Today's a good day. A jury stood witness to what Rudy Giuliani did to me and my daughter and held him accountable, and for that I'm thankful. Today is not the end of the road. We still have work to do. Rudy Giuliani was not the only one who spread lies about us, and others must be held accountable too. But that is tomorrow's work. For now, I want people to understand this. Money will never solve all of my problems. I can never move back into the house that I called home. I will always have to be careful about where I go and who I choose to share my name with. I miss my home, I miss my neighbors, and I miss my name. I've heard some of you. Don't be sad for me. Don't waste your time being angry at those who did this to me and my daughter. We are more than conquerors. Pray for us as we continue to fight the good fight of faith. I tell my attorneys often, my friends say that God knew who to give this assignment to, because if it had been them, they wouldn't have been able to go through this. God chose me to go through this because he knows that I would tell everyone whose path I cross about Jesus. I'm strong and my faith shall never waver. From day one, I said, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. If you remember one thing I say today, remember this. Faith is what carried us through the most difficult years of my life. And faith will carry you through hardships that you face in life. Understand that the devil is a liar. He is defeated, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Trust that God will keep and protect you. Believe that right makes might, because it does. I thank God that I'm not intimidated by no one or their lies. Give thanks that injustice always surrender in the glorious kingdom of God, and that he will always lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, peace that surpasses all understanding. Thank you.
Thank you. May I ask just one question? What message does your verdict send to the country today? Can you-
All right, we wanted to see if Shay Moss or Ruby Freeman were going to take the bait from that reporter who tried to try to get an answer as to what message the verdict sends to the country. It looked like they were contemplating answering it, but then their lawyers whisked them away. Shay Moss and Lady Ruby, as she identified herself, her mother, Ruby Freeman, now have the benefit of a $148 million verdict in their favor for the lies and smears from Rudy Giuliani during the 2020 election. It turns out that that campaign was the negative campaign. The lies and the smears about the 2020 election has proved to be rather expensive for Mr. Giuliani, for Mr. Murdoch over at News Corp, and we'll see. There are still plenty of other verdicts to come, one presumes. Let me bring back Caitlin Collins. Caitlin, what's astounding in all this, beyond just the abject cruelty and the mendacity of Rudy Giuliani, is the fact that he is still sticking by these lies for which there is absolutely no evidence, claiming that there will be evidence. It's 3 years later. There is none. That's the reason we haven't seen any. It was looked into by Republican election officials in Georgia. It was looked into by his own Department of Justice officials during that period of November, December 2020. There is no evidence that either of these women did anything untoward at all. And yet this lie about the 2020 election is the animating force of Donald Trump's reelection campaign.
Yeah, and Rudy Giuliani undermining his own defense this week as they were talking about these women and what they did and trying to minimize what the damages were going to be. And then Giuliani would go outside court and stand by what he said about those two women that you just heard from there. And I'm just struck by what Ruby Freeman said there, Jake. You know, that response saying, you know, don't seek vengeance or whatnot on their behalf, talking about how their reaction to this. And I think people look at that number and think that is a massive number. One, they're never going to see that money. We know that because Rudy Giuliani can't pay that. His legal troubles, his financial troubles are well documented. He can't even pay his own attorney who is suing him for unpaid legal fees. But what Ruby Freeman said there at the end, Jake, that no matter what this number is that they got today, that she will never be able to get her home that she lived in, I should note, for 20 years before she was forced to leave it because of the threats, not just from what Rudy Giuliani was saying. Donald Trump, the sitting president at the time, went after these women in his speech on January 6th. He accused them of fraudulently inserting ballots in the state of Georgia, which obviously, Jake, as we know, he was watching very closely on that day. And so I think you look at this number today, $148 million over that Rudy Giuliani has been ordered to pay. But who is at the heart of this is also the current Republican frontrunner for president. I mean, that is why Rudy Giuliani did what he did. Yes, he's his own person. He has his own agency. He makes his own decisions. But he acted, you know, in line with what his former client, his former boss, wanted him to do in this sense. And that was, you know, seeking out these two women, accusing them of passing drugs when they were passing just a mint back and forth. And it just speaks to that. And I think it does go back to what we're seeing playing out right now, which is that the person who is really at the center of all of this is still someone who could very well be the Republican nominee for president, who, based on the poll numbers, is going to be a potentially competitive Republican nominee for president. And I think that's what strikes at the heart of this when you hear Ruby Freeman talking about what she can't get back in amount of damages awarded by a jury.